Hello, welcome to HI 101, Introduction to Healthcare in the United States. I'm Kathy Walters, and I'm going to be your instructor, and I'm glad you're taking the class. So I want to just do this little intro video to acquaint you with our course website in Moodle, and then kind of just go through things so that you have a clearer understanding as to the kind of way in which to navigate Moodle each week. So here's obviously the beginning, and so you're going to be reading obviously all of this. And then the next section here, as you scroll down, is the Please Start Here section. So there's a instructor announcement form, which that will be a forced subscription that you'll all have, and that'll be for me to communicate anything. So you'll be checking that. You typically will have notification that something's been posted to that. This is where I'll post things that are relevant to the class, like I've done grading this assignment. You can check your scores, that type of thing. This forum is for you to engage with each other, or if you have course questions to communicate, why then everybody can see it, and you can answer each other's questions and that type of thing. So that's kind of like a little hangout, if you will. If it's a question that's personal to you, then it's preferable that you email me. So that's kind of how I, want to delineate the two. This is just a quick PowerPoint on the introduction to the course. This website is provided by Lane, and it's handy for some of you who are kind of new to online courses. I think there's a tendency to think that online courses are a bit easier than the old brick and mortar, as we refer to them now. But an online course is quite engaging, and you have to have discipline. So I encourage you just to check that out. It's informative. Here's the syllabus. So let's take a look at the syllabus, because this is really the brains of what you need to know about the course. So just have the general kinds of information in the syllabus with the content of the course, why you can be excited about taking it. Some things that we have to have in the syllabus, and then some of the things that will be done as far as learning activities. Resources available to you if you're new to Moodle, or if you just need additional tutoring or library hours. So these links should work well and take you to those places. And then I don't accept late work. So unless it's some compelling circumstance, consider yourself to not get credit for something if you don't meet the deadline every Sunday night. Here's the learning outcomes for the course, grading policy, and then just a little bit about online attendance, and you need to participate and keep on paying attention to the weeks and when things are due, and not only that, but particularly for forums, when you're going to be posting to forums and replying to a colleague, you need to kind of be engaged. And then I have this here because a lot of people come to this and then they think they're done reading the syllabus, but you need to scroll down here. And then this is really what you're going to be focusing on. This is the whole entire course sequence of assignments. So week 1, you begin. The only thing, I have this up here saying everything's due by Sunday evening at 23:55, which is 11:55 p.m. That's military time. But week 1, you must post your self-introduction post by October 1, or fear being dropped from the course, because that's a campus-wide requirement that now is in place for a variety of reasons, which I won't bore you with, but many of them are with regards to financial aid and also policy that the school established. So that's not my doing. So week 2, you'll have 2 chapters, and every week we'll have a forum post and quizzes. Week 3 is 1 chapter, but you'll have a PowerPoint presentation that you'll be putting together of 4 slides. I have all the instructions on finance aspects of healthcare. And then week 4 is chapters 5 and 6, and then we're at the midterm where you'll have an essay. And then week 6 we have a mental health team forum. That'll be kind of fun. 7 also have kind of a public health event, if you will. You'll have a discussion forum, but then you'll have this other forum here on topics. Be pretty fun. You can engage with each other on everything from gun violence to binge drinking to texting while driving, and all sorts of things, so you'll be able to comment on that. And then that week is also the week of Veterans Day, so school is not in session on that Tuesday, I believe. And then week 8, 9, and then 10, you have a paper to write. It's a reaction paper on some articles that were published on a particular topic, which I'll acquaint you with as the quarter develops. And then just for finals week, you'll just be writing an essay and a reflection on the class, so there won't be a culminating exam of any kind. All right, so that's the syllabus. So please check that out and make sure that you are understanding all that's there. This is just a little tool to use in Word because one of the things that I am requiring in each post that you put into the forum is that it's a minimum of at least 150 words. So sometimes it's nice to have that word count tool in Word if you're not familiar with that. So here is where you will begin in the forums, and this is an entire section devoted to forums. So each week you'll have a forum, and this is where you'll post. So for example, in week 1, you'll be posting in this self-introduction forum, which I'll come back to in just a minute. But here are all the forums for the variety of weeks. So here's our big public health thing. So they're all located there. And then we begin the actual course. So here's week 1. And each week is pretty much set up the same. So you'll see here that I've got the course objectives, or excuse me, the week's objectives. And then I do a nice overview here for you. This is what's due. This is what you need to do. So you're going to do your intro to the introduction forum, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. You'll read chapter 1. Then you'll select the topic from the topic list down below here, and then you'll take chapter 1 quiz. And then here is everything for week 1. So they kind of match. And then each week I'll also have this guy, which is a document where it just says, please read me before you begin. And so here I'm just doing kind of like, hello, here's what you need to be mindful of. And I'll try to, re-emphasize things that are of importance. I'll speak to the content of the chapters a little bit. Won't be a lengthy thing, but so you're encouraged to read this too. So you're getting reinforcement on of what you need to do by this please read me before you begin the week, as well as this section right here, which I put reminders of what's to do, and make sure that you get that done. And then each week I will also have a section on additional learning resources, and I encourage you to check these out. Sometimes I will require some feedback. Sometimes it'll be just for your information. Healthy People has been around for a long time. It's referenced in chapter 1. I think it's been around actually. I think the first Healthy People, it's done every decade, was 1990, if I think I'm remembering correctly. But it deals, it's created really as a result of the Health and Human Services Department addressing health issues that are of importance to the American population. So as you can imagine, obesity is typically on there, exercise, cholesterol, diabetes, things of issues that the American population needs to be more mindful of. And it's a neat site. You can actually go and check it out and maybe even use it as a tool for your own health on things you might want to work on. And then the BLS site for the Occupational Outlook Handbook for Healthcare Occupations is kind of interesting, so you can take a look at that. So now let's go back up to the forums, and I'll show you. So here is what you got to worry about, and here be mindful, it's Thursday, not Sunday. Okay, so here you click on the forum, and this is the way most of the forums work, and the instructions will be there. So I say here, hello, please post to the class forum an introduction of yourself to your colleagues and address the following. And then you're going to type your name in the subjects box, and here I'll show you. I posted one here just so you can see. So I put my name in the subject box, and then if you clicked on this, you'd be able to read. Okay, so like here, for example, if we go in here and look at my post, my name I put on the subject line, and then I say, welcome to 101, and then I'm telling you a little bit about myself. And then, so that's how I want you to make sure you do the post. But typically the instructions for the forum will be here as well as on the week of the forum. So hopefully this is clear enough where you'll understand how to do forums. And then I'll take you back down to week 1 to show you that there's duplication with regards to here is week 1 forum topics. So you have to pick one of those. Okay, and that's what you're going to type as far as the subject line, the keyword. Okay, so that's there in week 1, but it's also in chapter 1's forum. I have the same document, but I have a little further explanation. So here I say, please add your string to this forum addressing the topic, and a string is just you're putting your entry into the forum. And I want you to be mindful of this. Do not attach a word processing document or a word process document for your post, because first of all, not everybody has the same software, but you won't get any points for it. So you need to just post in the forum, in the text box, and type your introduction. So once accessing the forum, in the subject line of your string, enter the keyword provided at the end of the topic in bold of your choice, and then begin typing your forum contribution in the text box. Please be sure to pay attention to the minimum word count of 150 words and use complete sentences. So here, so like say for example I read these and I'm thinking, all right, I'll check number 2 out. And so I'm going to respond to number 2. So you're going to do 150 words, and in the subject line of your forum, you're going to type in people 2020. Okay, so that's how all the forums are set up. The keywords are given at the end of each of the topics. So you'll get the hang of this, but I'm just kind of showing you a little bit here. All right, so that's forums. And then I think that's pretty much it that I want to just kind of acquaint you with. I'm only going to have week 1 visible right now, but I'll give you a quick overview here. So here's week 2 and 3. So you have week 2, you have 2 chapters. So you'll have 2 quizzes, 1 forum, but there'll be a broader choice of topics. So here's the please read before you begin. Chapter 2, PowerPoint. Chapter 3, PowerPoint. The 2 and 3 forum topics, the quizzes, and then I'll have some resources down there. 3, same thing. And so here you're going to be doing a forum, and then you're going to submit your PowerPoint slides via Moodle. So here I have kind of instructions for the PowerPoint, and those of you that are not familiar with PowerPoint, I have some examples here, and you can get onto the internet and just type, you know, Microsoft Office PowerPoint tutorial, and you'll be pretty familiar. I'm hoping most of you are familiar with PowerPoint, but it should be pretty straightforward. It's 4 slides, but once you save that as a PowerPoint file, you're going to submit that here on this link in Moodle. 5, we're going to be talking about providers and clinical and non-clinical. So this is where you'll do the same thing. You'll take 2 quizzes, and then you'll have this is week 4, excuse me. The chapters and the weeks don't match up, as you can see. And then week 5, same thing. You've got your forums and different things, and then you have a midterm essay. And here's a tool for a 5-paragraph essay. So, and then, you know, each of the weeks are going to be set up similarly. So I think it's pretty straightforward. You're going to kind of sign up for teams in week 9. I think I'll do a particular video for week 9, or excuse me, week 6 on chapter 9 when we get there. So that's basically how the course looks. Okay? All right, well, I'm happy that you're all taking the class, and I'm looking forward to engaging with you all, and I wish you the best of luck in all of your courses and studies, and welcome to the fall quarter. All right, thank you, and good luck in the class.